So I am very happy to announce that our first performer for this evening is Bobby Rockwell. I'm sure you all know her from all the things she does with us at OLLI. She's been a member of OLLI for 10 years. She serves on the steering council. She's taught many courses at OLLI, including several in piano instruction. And she thinks of her piano as her friend, always there waiting for her. She has been visiting with her piano a lot during the past month. And she told me she's been playing for neighbors out the window, which maybe she was going to tell you, but I just think that sounds like, I wish you were my neighbor. It sounds really nice. So I'm going to welcome Bobby, and I'm going to mute Jacqueline and I. And
it's good to be with you. And here I am, the first performer. The first piece I'm going to play is going back about 60 years, if you can remember that far back. And it's two young guys named Santo and Johnny that recorded a guitar instrumental called Sleepwalk.
so just a reminder, you can use your clap icon.
So the second piece I'm going to play is by a South American composer named Astor Piazzolla. and he's famous for popularizing the tango. And when he was young, he lived in New York and he was very homesick and he wanted to go back to Argentina. And he wrote a piece called Vuelvo al Sur, which means I'm returning south. And it seems to me that he was telling a story in this song. So it starts out kind of melancholy, like you're homesick, and then it gets really exciting as he's making the journey. And at the ending, it's just kind of an moment where he can just relax because he's finally home. So I hope you will enjoy Vuelvo al Sur.
Thank you, Bobby.
You're welcome.
I'm so grateful that you shared your talents with us tonight and gave this a shot. And I know it's always hard. I drew names out of this here hat because going first is always hard, but thank you so much. Next up, we have, I should have been getting this together before, but I was too busy listening. Nick Peters is going to be our next performer, and I met Nick. He was part of the Leadership Asheville Seniors class last fall, and then we ran into each other at a songwriting group that we both are part of here in Asheville. And he is going to play for us a couple of original songs. Nick, I can't find your bio. This is what happens. When you know you're going to have your computer in front of you and you think you can just find it real quick versus printing things out and having them right in front of you when you're not going to be virtually sharing. Here we go. So Nick, he's a former multi-year member of the Songwriters Association of Washington, D.C., a former member of the Greater Washington Area Focus Music, and a former partner in the DC area acoustic duo Medium Gauge, performing at regional wineries. Cheers to wineries when they come back. Can you see? There we go. Cafes, opening act for Focus Music concerts by the Kennedys, Big Wide Grin, Eric Brace, and Peter Cooper. So Nick Peters, one of our OLLI singer-songwriters. I am going to open it up for you to wow us with your music. Here we go. Maybe you have to unmute yourself. Are we playing tag? Okay.
I'm unmuted.
All right. Welcome.
Be careful what you wish for. I'm going to do a couple of original songs. The first one dates back to darker days. The second one to current happy days. This is one I wrote during a divorce. And then the next one is going to be after that one that I wrote for Sandy, who's my wife right now. So this one's called Brand New Day. Midnight on a rainy Sunday brings back old time blues. Those aches and pains and balls and chains return each time you lose. It's a black and white conundrum when you cannot choose between a new life and an ex-wife who left with all the clues. Shadows make the nighttime darker like fog on the bay. They also keep the daytime cool by masking harmful rays. Is the glass half empty or half full? It's how you see the day. That maps the road, shapes the sign as you pick your way. And everybody grinds through the changes. Pushing back the clock, running away. Fleeing those ghosts that made us strange. Knowing midnight brings a brand new day. Touchstone tells me I'm okay, though I still feel alone. Holding it reminds me that I am now on my own. I'll rise and shine, I'll pass the test tonight to set the tone. As I steer my car past flicking street lights, guiding me back home. And everybody grinds through the changes. Pushing back the clock, running away. Fleeing those ghosts that made us strange. Knowing midnight brings brand new day. Yay! I hope you can make that out. All right. Let's try something a little bit different here. This is a song called The Bridge. It's got nothing to do with the bridge. I met my wife, Sandy, back in 2011 and had to commute 40 miles to go see her from DC to outside Annapolis. And I had to cross this bridge, and this bridge had no shoulder. And one day on my way to see her, there was a terrible accident on the bridge, back up for miles. And when I saw the medevac helicopter, I realized that we're going to be there for a while. So what do you do when you're stuck in a car and you're not going anywhere and you're a songwriter? You write a song. And I called it The Bridge because I was stuck on a freaking bridge. And it's for Sandy. It's called The Bridge. in a song, the road that leads me to you. You clear the mist so I can kiss the light that shines on through. Across the land I see your hand in every little thing that I do. Some call it rapture, but that don't capture the place that it leads me to. I pass along behind us, life winds ahead for far less. Our joy is measured in moments, it means more as we progress. We'll cross that bridge in no hurry, over the span at low speed. There's no reason to worry, we'll take the time that we need. Yeah. Hopes and our dreams, they're achievable things. It's a lesson that takes time to learn. Cut loose the past, be free at last in the nap that's taken its turn. I hold a flower, I feel its power when my thoughts turn to beauty and grace. 'Cause in that rose is an image I know as the contours and lines of your face. I pass along behind us, life winds ahead for far less, for far less. Our joy is measured in moments, they mean more as we progress. Cross that bridge in no hurry, over the span at a low speed. There's no reason to worry, we'll take the time that we need. Yeah. Thank you. If I started to laugh in the middle of it, it's my wife back there, she was dancing during this thing. Thank you all, it's great. And Hannah, thank you so much for setting this up. It's awesome.
Thank you so much for playing some songs and singing for us. And it's great. I really enjoy it. I could see everybody bobbing their heads and getting into it. So I have a confession that I didn't write down our order and I cannot remember if it's Mac. You guys up next? Okay. Sorry about that. All right, so I'm gonna give everyone a minute to stretch and get their legs. I'm just gonna pull up this bio here for us so I can give you a little more, although you probably all know Mac and Melanie Johnston. Let's see, make you all my unmuted. There we go. So I'm going to mute you real quick while I finish your bio. So Melanie has been playing dulcimer since 2001. While living in Connecticut, she and her husband Matt co-founded the Northeast Dulcimer Orchestra and the Connecticut Mountain Dulcimer Gathering. Since retiring from healthcare administration and moving to Asheville in 2017, they have had extensive teaching and performing experience and have founded the Black Bear Dulcimer Gathering and the Asheville Dulcimer Orchestra. Melanie is a graduate of the Dulcimer University at Western Carolina certification program for teaching the mountain dulcimer and teaches private students, classes, and festival workshops in New England and North Carolina. She and her husband, Mac, have been perform as a duo with dulcimer, guitar, and mandolin. Mac has 20 years of playing in mandolin ensembles and orchestras, including the Providence Mandolin Orchestra. Mac was the music director of the Northeast Dulcimer Orchestra from 2013 to 2016, in 2017, when Mac retired from his work as a physician and moved with his wife to Asheville, he started organizing and now directs the Asheville Dulcimer Orchestra. Mac is also a graduate of the Dulcimer University at Western Carolina University certification. I don't know why I can't say certification program tonight 3 times fast for teaching the mountain dulcimer, and then he also teaches private students classes and at festivals. So we're so grateful that you're here tonight to perform a little duo for us here, and I will now. And like I said, so we have a little bit of that feedback, but I think it's going to go away as soon as you start to play. So I will give you a heads up if it doesn't, but
for you is All I Have to Do Is Dream, recorded by the Everly Brothers in 1958. And we're not going to sing it, but in the privacy of your own home, hopefully you will. Okay. This next song is called Lover's Waltz, and we actually did not know this song until one of our students asked me to arrange it for dulcimer because she had it played at her wedding, and she really wanted to learn to play it. It was written by Jay Unger and Molly Mason. They wrote it for themselves initially. Now everywhere we turn we hear Lover's Waltz, and everybody plays it at all these jams we go to, but until Barbara told us about it, we didn't know it. So this is one that you can dance to in the privacy of your own home. Thank you. Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you both. That sounded beautiful. I love Lover's Waltz and all those other beautiful traditional waltzes that we get to enjoy in this area of our musical heritage.
Yep.
So how's everybody doing out there? Anybody need to take a little stretch break or get a refill on their drink, or give me a thumbs up if you're good? We can move on with our next person. Of course, you can always get up and stretch your legs in your own home. It's a little different, right? You get to get up. You can even do like a workout while you enjoy the music. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and mute. So thanks again to Mac and Melanie. That was really wonderful. When I was in college, I was trying to learn how to use woodworking tools and decided that the easiest thing to try to make would be a dulcimer. And I say that in a joking way because it looked sort of like an hourglass when I was done, but it didn't sound anything. Dulcimers are much more difficult to make sound beautiful. So it's fun to hear. Next up, we have Lewis and Katie Wills. I'm going to unmute you all and go ahead and turn it over to you. And
before we begin, do you mind if I
please?
just noticed we've had a couple of folks who have joined sort of in the middle of the performance. So I just want to extend the welcome. We're so excited that you guys are here. Thank you for joining us for our first OLLI open mic night. And Hannah, you've already gone over this, but real quick for y'all, you are muted. So we cannot hear you so that the performers get the spotlight. If you do want to send a little message or chat with the other folks who are here, at the very bottom of your screen in the center, you will see a little chat option. You're welcome to send a message, say hello. Otherwise, we're glad you're joining us and enjoy the rest of the show.
Yes, Jacqueline, thank you for thinking of that. I appreciate it, and welcome to everyone. And Nick, it says they waltz in the background, and now they're popping some bubbly, it looks like. All right, well, cheers, everyone. Katie and Lewis Wills.
Okay, well, we're glad to be here, and I teach some classes in traditional music in the OLLI program, and some film. At least I have a film class that I was going to teach in the spring, and then I was going to teach it in the summer. And now it may never get taught, but anyway, this song, I have two songs for you, and they're both songs about hope in a time like this. One of them is from A.P. Carter. He wrote Keep on the Sunny Side way back in 1929, just before the Great Depression. And in the area of Virginia where he came from, there was always a Great Depression. So this was one that he wrote to help people get over some of the trials and tribulations that we have. There's a dark and a troubled side of life. There's a bright and a sunny side too. But if you meet with the darkness and strife, the sunny side you also may do. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day, it will brighten all the way. We keep on the sunny side of life. Oh, the storm and its fury broke today, crushing hopes that we cherish so dear. Clouds and storms will in time pass away. The sun will shine again bright and clear. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day, it will brighten all our way, if we keep on the sunny side of life. Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. Keep on the sunny side of life. It will help us every day, it will brighten all our way, if we keep on the sunny side of life. If we keep on the sunny side of life. That's really weird, that clapping. So this next song comes from a whole different time period. This is from the 60s. And it was written by a guy named Richard Farina. And Farina was an author, and he was also a singer, and he sang with his wife, Mimi Farina, who is shown by as his sister. They made a couple of albums. He had just published a book, Been Down So Long, Looks Like Up to Me, and he was going to a publisher's party. He came back with a friend on a motorcycle, and they had a wreck, and he was thrown off, and that was the end of Richard Farina. But he wrote this song during that time period, Pack Up Your Sorrows, and really the theme of the song is it would be really nice if you had a hard time in life and you wanted to give all your troubles to somebody who could use them better than you do. So that's kind of what the song is about. No use crying, talking to a stranger, naming the sorrows you see. Too many bad times, too many sad times, and nobody knows what you mean. But if somehow you could pack up your sorrows and give them all to me, you would lose them. I know how to use them, give them all to me. No use rambling, walking in the shadows, trailing the wandering storm. No one beside you, no one to guide you, and nobody knows who you are. But if somehow you could pack up your sorrows and give them all to me, you would lose them. I know how to use them, give them all to me. No use roaming, lying by the roadside, seeking a satisfied mind. Too many highways, too many byways, and nobody's walking behind. But if somehow you could pack up your sorrows and give them all to me, you would lose them. I know how to use them, give them all to me. Give them all to me.
Thank you, Katie and Lewis. That was wonderful and definitely good for the soul at this time. I'm just sitting here thinking how weird this is, but also how fun it is. And I'm so glad that we're all here together and getting to explore this new world and this new normal, not normal. Is that what, Catherine, you call it? And I hope that y'all are enjoying yourselves. We are going to have one more performer this evening. I don't know where she went. Oh, there she is. I have you in the gallery right now. So So yeah, I just want to thank everyone again, and I hope that you're enjoying yourselves. And I'm going to pass it on to our final performer, Jacqueline Lowe, who you all know as the communications and building. What is your title, Jacqueline?
That's fine.
How are you?
That's fine.
Right now, stay posted, a little teaser that, you know, even though we're not at the Reuters Center, we're all having to find ways to take care of things that are at the Reuters Center, for example, our plants. And so you may be learning a little bit more about some smuggling of beautiful plants that Jacqueline did to save them from themselves.
My intentions were good.
And that's how you will be judged, for your intentions. So
I'll keep you all updated on the status of the Reuters Center plants.
Right, so without further ado, welcome to the Grand Ole OLLI stage, Miss Jacqueline Lowe.
Hey everyone, I am so excited to be part of our first open mic night, and I just want to say thank you so much to Hannah for putting this together. I think this is a great way for us all to connect and to have a little bit of fun in these really strange times, and I'm so grateful that you all are here participating in this fun experiment with us. I'm gonna sing for you a song that you will probably recognize. However, the lyrics are a little different from their standard. I took some liberties. This is not copyrighted. You're welcome to use it later. But I hope you enjoy my rendition of a little jazz classic. So, without further ado, missed the Saturday class, heard they crowded the store. Social distance got me blue, don't get around much anymore. Thought I'd visit the club, got as far as the door. They'd have asked me about you, don't get around much anymore. Staying at home, my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless, I better not hear you sneeze. Been invited on dates, might have gone, but what for? Social distance got me blue, don't get around much anymore. Can't forget the gloves. Staying at home, my mind's more at ease, but nevertheless, I better not hear you sneeze. Been invited on dates, might have gone, but what for? It's not that different on Zoom, don't get around much anymore. It's not that different on Zoom, don't get around much anymore. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good stuff. All right. I have one more for you guys. And thank you for indulging me with this song that's coming up. show of hands, everybody raise your hand if you are familiar with Disney's classic, The Little Mermaid. Hannah, great, wonderful. All right, I see a few. If you, some of you are not responding. If you haven't seen it, then quarantine is a good time to catch up. Well, in this classic, there is a song that I feel really speaks to the situation we're in. And that song is called Part of Your World. And so I would like to do a little rendition of a classic Disney piece called Part of Your World.
Virtual screen.
Oh, you are very right. Hannah, I'm so grateful for you. All right, bear with me. I may do.
If I hadn't already seen it, I wouldn't know it was there, but now that I know it's there.
Oh, it's gonna get so much better, you guys. We're about to take it up a notch. All right.
Get under the sea.
Where am I? I've been transported. I just don't see how a world that makes such wonderful things could be so bad. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here, you think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? I've got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I want to see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Feet, flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling around down that, what's the word again? Street, up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? Betcha on land they understand, but they don't reprimand their daughters. Sick of women, bright young women, ready to stand and ready to know what the people know. Asking my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why does it, what's the word, burn? When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that world up above? Out of the sea, wish I could be part of that world. And it's true. Sometimes these days I'm wishing I could be a part of the world.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline. That was lovely. I think your rework of the first song lyrics was just absolutely perfect and appropriate. So I just want to again thank all of our performers for this evening, and I want to thank all of you for being with us tonight. I think that people are going to hang around and do some chatting here, it looks like, for a moment, but we just hope that you're all doing well and staying safe, and until we can be together again and do something fun at the Reuters Center, stay tuned for other, maybe some fun creative evenings that we come up with at this time. And if you have ideas, or again, if you're a performer and want to know about a future open mic, if this feels like it's gone well from everyone, then we will maybe host one again, and we would love to include new performers. So just thanks again to the performers for going with us on this journey of virtual concerts. And if you're looking for other concerts, you know, I know there's a lot out there right now, and Catherine is doing a nice job of sharing things in the newsletters that you can connect with. Catherine, did you have anything you wanted to say, or you have permission to unmute? And you all did a great job not unmuting yourselves, so thank you for being good sports about that.
No, I just wanted to thank you, Hannah, for coming up with this idea and putting it together. Thank you to Bobby and Nick and Mac and Melanie and Katie and Lewis and Jacqueline. That was just amazing. I think I put in that I thought that Don't Get Around Much Anymore is a viral pandemic in the making. So I'm really grateful for all of it. I do think that this is such a great way for us to gather. It worked really well for our first shot.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, so y'all just hang in there, and we're working on some things to, oh look, Herb already has changed his picture to be a screenshot of Jacqueline. He's pretty
Yes.
in. Go to the gallery view.
Absolutely.
We're all in love with Jacqueline right now.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Lewis
that's
Wills,
Yeah, accept all gifts.
I'm Nancy, and Lewis Wills and Katie, that was lovely. We like Pack Up Your Sorrows, and Mimi
Yes,
and
we
Richard
do.
Farina. We sing a lot of folk songs. And Jacqueline, that was beautiful what you did. I really enjoyed that a lot. We're folk singers.
Thank you. Thank you all. So that's what we have for you this evening. Thanks again for coming to the Grand Ole Ollie's first open mic night. It's been really fun, and I hope that you all have a lovely weekend and stay in touch, and be safe out there. Tip your bar.
Bye.
Drive safely on your way home.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Everybody, it was
Thank you,
wonderful.
everybody.
Bye.
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 Bye. Thanks much.
Bye.